Good January 6th. Good to have you guys back. Good to see you back. This is actually something we did in mid-December, way back when in 2020. Use an adjective as descriptive words. Hey, I want you to answer this question here. Are you tired of writing the same boring sentences? You gotta send them to the sentence surgeon, right? Like this puppy and kitty here. I don't know what's going on here, but the point is, just like we did in mid-December, you have to add detail to sentences. Just like taking them to the doctor. If they're sick, boring sentences, take them to the doctor, add some detail. And how in the world do you do that? Well, you guessed it. You add adjectives. You use describing words, which is exactly what adjectives are. Don't just use same old boring sentences with nouns and verbs. Now, I'm not saying nouns and verbs are all boring, but man, describe it a little bit. Give people some detail so that they can act like they are smelling the same thing you're smelling, or hearing the same thing you're hearing, or tasting the same thing you're tasting. Things like that. You need to use descriptive words so people can follow along your story well. Good storytellers can keep you engaged or listening to your story because they use good adjectives and detail to keep you following along, because you can actually paint the picture or see the movie in your head because of all the detail. Now, part of my point is using wow words or adjectives. Don't just say the sandwich is on the table. Oh, come on, look at that sandwich. The meaty, cheesy, stuffed sandwich is ready to eat. So on and so forth. Don't just say simple nouns and verbs. Use adjectives to help you out. If you ever have a future in advertising, or you want to make commercials or different things like that, you need to use detail. They don't just say, here, Mountain Dew, try it. They describe it as being yummy and delicious and whatever else they do to get you to try to buy their product. They have to use detail. They have to use excitement. They have to use adjectives. Don't just say, the wind was on the beach. No, come on. Try to use your senses. Describe it. I felt a warm, brisk wind rush across my face as it whistled through the trees. Whatever it may be. Maybe you have a different sentence. Great. My point is, don't just use simple nouns and verbs. Add detail, and that's how you use adjectives. Now, you're going to do that here. Here we have simple nouns and verbs. Again, I'm not saying that's bad. It's still a fine sentence. Whoever did something, Dad, what did he do? Park the car. It's got a subject and predicate, right? But you need to add some detail. You need to add some adjective, just like they did here. Jacob finished his dinner. Jacob finished his delicious dinner. Describe it, right? Describe the nouns. What kind of a car was it? Write the sentence describing the kind of car. Mom served lasagna. Again, you could describe mommy, or you could describe lasagna. And yes, you can use more than one adjective. Our wonderful mommy served the delicious, spicy, yummy lasagna. Whatever it may be. But that's your assignment, guys. Add some detail, add some adjectives, and you're well on your way. Only 6 sentences. You think you can do this and do this. Lord's blessings to you as you praise the Savior.